Finally tonight, the second part of our roundtable, a group of moms and a pediatrician having a candid conversation about vaccinating our children.
Jessica Moore spoke with them about the science behind the vaccine and the power of misinformation.
So Talia, I wanted to bring you in. Talk to me a little bit about some of the questions that you and your husband discussed before making this decision and your thought process.
I really trusted kind of the science behind it. I think that it was also that our kids kind of really suffered this past year and a half. You know, we were really not letting them do a lot, and we wanted things to get back to normal. So getting the vaccine really felt like the best way to get things back to normal. And I also really felt like I wanted them to know that they were kind of part of a bigger picture too, and that it was a public health issue.
Alyssa is a scientist whose 4-year-old daughter is currently enrolled in a clinical trial for the pediatric Moderna vaccine.
I worried about the effects of COVID on my kids long term, and I sort of really understand deeply the effects of the vaccine, how long it sticks around, how safe it is. I want nothing more than for things to be back to normal. Like, I see this toll it has taken on my kids educationally, like interpersonally, socially, and I don't put my kids in a car without a car seat. I don't let them walk across the street without holding my hand. And the best way for me to get them back into the world safely is to do it vaccinated.
I think I just need more information and trying to get the best information, which is really hard to do.
What kind of information do you think would help you feel better about it?
I think hearing a lot about the mRNA technology. I also heard about like the microchip and like how it's going to change your DNA and how it's going to do this, that, and the other. And then it's like, who do you trust? Because there's doctors saying one thing, and then there's doctors saying another thing, and you're like, well, you're both doctors, you both went to school, you both have degrees, you've both been practicing, and it's like, who do I listen to?
I've heard about the little microchips and the tracing and everything, and I don't believe any of it, just for the record. But you hear it enough, you're just like, all right. But you know, everyone wants to dip their toe into the I'm an expert field, right? And there are too many experts, so many hands in the pot. Your head is just spinning with so much information.
I find it overwhelming, actually quite scary, right? Because I feel like the misinformation game has been winning. Again, I'm going to come back to the pediatricians and the infectious disease doctors are quite humble, smart people that are quite quiet about it, and our voice has not been heard.
I wish that more of the best information was getting out there on the loud platforms so that people didn't feel so worried about it. You know, it's so hard. We all want what's best for our kids, hands down.
But this was great. This was actually very therapeutic. I didn't realize how much I needed to talk about it and talk more about it because it does keep me up at night. Yeah.